girl, what's the name of her friend on the soccer team?
Willow.
So she shows up sometimes, but she can be more involved too. Like
I know.
I like that her and Taylor had like a little moment at the rodeo.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just
we need more time.
We need exactly.
Never enough.
There's literally never enough.
Oh, we were gonna do two different songs.
What were you gonna do?
I was about to go. How do you make me?
Oh, I was like, we were singing Never Enough for the last 10 minutes. You really switched up on me. It's like, whoa, I thought we were in this. I thought we were in sync.
I've been switching between. Okay.
How'd you? Never enough. Never enough.
All the shine of 1,000 spotlights.
Oh my god, you just go British. Anyway,
Sorry.
Go Birds.
Anywho.
This is coming out after the Super Bowl, obviously, so if the Eagles didn't win, wellness check on us.
Wellness check.
That's all
over. It's literally over.
Okay, obviously we're talking about Sex Lives of College Girls Season 3 and our passion for, is it literally called Never Enough?
Yeah.
From Greatest Showman.
From Greatest Showman. That's a good song.
We'll have to
That's a banger.
We'll have to get into our lore, but yeah, we're talking about Sex Lives of College Girls. We're so back. The girls are so back.
The girls are so back.
The college girls are so back. But before we can talk about them, we're so back, and we have to check in and see what's been going on, what we've been watching, what we've been listening to, what we've been experiencing lately. Brie, have you experienced anything new?
Anything new?
Yeah.
Experienced?
Yeah.
Is there an answer to this?
Yeah.
Hold on, I know it.
We were talking about this last night.
Hold on, no, shut up.
Everyone's like on the edge of their seats, and when
No,
they figure out what it is, they're gonna be like, "That's disappointing."
Oh wait, I know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Pepper. Black raspberry Dr. Pepper. I really enjoyed that experience.
We tried Dr. Pepper. If you didn't know, we love Dr. Pepper.
I was like, oh no, what did I experience?
Dr. Pepper has new flavor, blackberry, black raspberry, something like that.
Black raspberry, which is one of my favorite flavors.
Yeah, if I'm getting a White Claw or some shit, that's what I'm getting, or I don't want it.
Or I don't
Or whatever the flavor is. Anything in that family, black cherry, black raspberry, blackberry.
I love some berries.
Berry. And Dr. Pepper has new flavor, which we were really stoked about, so we all got one. And I took a little sip. And I said, this is riveting information. Our podcast, No Dr. Pepper podcast. Sponsor us. I was like, it's good, but like the blackberry, whatever, really does overpower it. So it just feels like you're kind of drinking that kind of drink and not a Dr. Pepper. Like it's good, but it's like, it's you would want it for a different occasion. Like if I wanted a Dr. Pepper, I wouldn't want that one. But if I wanted like a sweet, like fruity drink, I would go for it.
It's like a whole different experience.
That's what Bree said. She was like, I get what you mean. She's like, it's a different experience, but I like the experience. But it is a different one. And we were saying this so dead ass, serious.
I really did like the experience.
Like we were boots on the ground.
Now, it wasn't giving me Dr. Pepper fully, but it gave me like something new and something fresh.
Yeah, just like a new option.
Yeah.
But if I wanted Dr. Pepper, I'm either getting Dr. Pepper or maybe Dr. Pepper cherry. But like the strawberries and cream and the blackberry raspberry, like are good, but like that's a different. You have to go into it with a different experience in mind.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that Dr. Pepper and I'm gonna put creamer in it.
Yes.
And once I get the White Lotus creamer.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
We gotta drink that on the pod.
Yeah, exactly.
In March or April, whenever that show ends.
I'm like,
that's a slay.
There's many experiences with Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I love the Dr. Pepper experience as a whole. It's coming out as a Dr. Pepper stand.
Coming out
as
like
a supremacist.
That's the best.
Oh my god, it is. I love it.
Us.
Sponsor us, Dr. Pep.
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper could be a woman.
But
also Alani knew. That's a different experience though, too.
This is a whole new experience. I probably shouldn't.
That's a different story.
But that's
Okay, well, besides Dr. Pepper.
I was so gagged. You said, what did you experience? I said, oh no, what did I experience?
A whole new world.
Oh, okay.
Of Dr. Pepper.
What else did I... Okay.
It's alright. I'm an adult.
It's alright. I'm an adult.
Everything's fine.
Well, of course, I'll just start us out with saying that we are still watching Severance.
Helly was never cruel. You know. Watch this space.
Fucking God.
In March,
So
we're going hard
good.
on the pod.
Chills.
Yeah, we're gonna
Chills.
cosplay, I think.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna wear whatever Milk Chick was wearing in the snow.
I'm gonna wear one of the black outfits and you wear the white outfit and we're gonna sit here like this.
Yeah. Okay, enough of that later.
And then
Traders.
Which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Soon that will all be over. Oh.
I think we're gonna go live for Traders though, so watch this space. Our first live.
Watch this space and join the live.
And
It'd be really embarrassing if our number is 0.
Did you see that Billie Eilish was live on TikTok? Was that real?
Was it? I think it was fake.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of those lately. I saw a Justin Bieber one.
Okay, that would definitely be fake. Billie, I was like, this could go either way. And was it fake that it happened like they were playing something old, or was it like AI? What was it?
I think they were playing an old video. But
okay.
it looked like it was like
right. Okay.
On,
that makes me feel better.
It made me so confused for a while, but I was like, she doesn't have that hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, is this someone that really looks like her and sounds like her? Because there's plenty of impersonators. Yeah. But I was like,
but everyone in the comments was like, "Hi, Billie," and I'm like,
yeah.
No.
I knew it was off.
But it was weird.
But, like, it was, like, too realistic of her.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's got to be, like, an old video.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird
Case closed.
shit going on.
Seriously.
TikTok, yeah, between AI and that.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
I was like, this is giving Billie, but...
This is giving Billie,
it?
But what?
But not right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
case
closed. Yeah,
Judge Judy.
I finished my first book. It only took me a month.
Of the year?
Yes. It was called Anxious People by Frederick Bachman.
Oh, amen.
And I went into it blind. Like, I only read it because it was called Anxious People. I was like, okay.
Retweet.
Like, yes. And I've seen the book a lot. But it was really good. It was, like, funny, but also deep. And it's like a bank robber, like, it goes wrong for the bank robber. And then they end up running into an apartment and holding a bunch of people hostage, and all these people, like, it's just like a ensemble of people who are also different in different age groups, and it's like,
and they're all anxious.
It's like, so, and everyone's anxious, and it's like, so, it's like funny, but also like deep. I don't know.
Okay,
It was really,
I'll read it.
It was really well written. I liked it.
Okay, I'll add it to my list.
And
I haven't cracked open a book this year, but I'll add it to the
but
list.
It's good. And apparently they have a limited series on Netflix.
Mm.
But it's Swedish.
Oh, interesting.
I think because it's translated.
Got it.
But yeah, that's the T. And then what else did I do? I finished season 1 of Arcane.
Hell yeah.
And that is on track to be one of my favorite shows, I think. And it's only 2 seasons, and I don't want it to be over. But, like, they knew it was going to be 2 seasons.
Oh,
like, that was
2
always
seasons?
the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't want to watch, like, I want to watch it, but at the same time I
Just
don't.
wait.
Because
Just hold off.
And I kind of want to have it for my wisdom teeth when I'm, like, chilling. I'm like, I want something, like, good that I know, like, I really like.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm really trying to hold on. But I've also been watching that on my walking pad sometimes, which also is nice because it's nice. Because I feel like the walking pad's just boring, so you need something to, like, do.
Yeah, I started doing that, too.
So I'm like, this can never be over. But pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good. And yeah, that's the tea. What about you?
Well, I haven't read a single thing.
Reading has been hard. Like, I think, like, I really liked the book, but, like, at the same time, I had a hard time focusing on it. And, like,
yeah.
Because, like, well, one, we've had a lot of good, like, TV shows and stuff.
Right.
And then another, like, I just, like, my mind is not in the place to sit and, like, look at a
right. Like, you have to really, like, TV, like, I don't like being a passive TV watcher unless I've seen it before. Like, when people are like, you can just put it on the background. I'm like, the only thing I want to put on the background is something that I've seen.
Yeah.
Because, like, I like giving, no matter what the TV show is, if it's Gilmore Girls or Parks and Rec or Severance, like, those are different, like, levels of attention.
Like,
but
I have to be locked up.
I like being locked in because I like getting the plot and the characters and all the details.
And there's too much going on.
Like, I hate that. Have you heard, like, Netflix or someone wants to make TV shows that are meant to be watched while you're also on your phone?
I don't like that.
That makes me so mad.
That's annoying.
Because, like, I'm get it. Off my phone. Exactly. Like, I want something to take my attention away from my phone. And, like, I hate that that's the norm these days for, like, we're not casual viewers. Like, obviously, we have a podcast about TV. We love watching TV.
What if we were casual viewers?
So much. Like, we care about, like, the art form and the storylines and the character development and the performances and stuff. Like, we're obviously, like, in its own group, but it's, like, it does bum me out when I, like, the casual viewer. I'm, like, most people aren't to the level we are, but it does bum me out when people are, like, yeah, I just want to, like, be on my phone at the same time. I'm like, then you're not watching the show.
Yeah.
Like, everything, even, like, traders and stuff, it's, like, yeah, there are different levels of, like, brain power and stuff, and yeah, sometimes I'll check my phone because I'm mentally ill, but it's not like I'm purposely, like, this is what I want to do. Like, I don't like that I do that.
Yeah.
And trying to be better about it.
Yeah,
but I hate that now that that's the goal with TV. And, like, I saw someone say that Severance is, like, the anti of that. Like, they're making it impossible for you to, like, if you're missing something, you're missing it. And I'm like, yeah. And I like that a lot of people are into it, though, too. So I'm like, oh, it's showing positive.
I feel like we need that, like, over being on your phone, because our attention spans are already getting worse with everything, so why are we trying to make them even worse?
Like, encourage it.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. So that was, I was going to say, I feel like TV, it's easier to get locked in with less brain power than, like, a book. Like, when you're reading, you gotta force yourself to read. And, like,
you also have to, like, imagine, like, you're reading.
You gotta do more work.
Like, you get the full, like...
And TV, you just sort of, like, it's there for me.
Yeah,
it's happening. And yeah, I've had times where, like, if I'm really anxious or something, I can't focus, so I will turn TV off, but it's much easier to get locked into that than, like, a book. And I feel like just with everything going on, we've had other stuff going on, and then, like, mentally, seasonal depression is big right now.
News isn't good.
Yeah, so I'm like, I haven't wanted to pick up a book yet. Yeah. So I feel like that's coming. Like, I want to, like I said, read Jim O'Hare's book. I want to get into ACOTAR. I want to read some rom-coms. I'm hoping, like, what might get her done is Hunger Games next month.
Yes.
If anything, I want to start reading before then, but I'm excited for that.
That's crazy.
But I did finish season 2 of Daredevil. Yes. So now I have to go to Defenders. And, like, the plot line, I'm not excited to watch Defenders. I'm just annoyed that the plot line of Daredevil that I didn't care about in season 2 is continuing on.
Full and alive. Like, you know what? Let's go.
I just want to get to, I want to watch Punisher, but that's separate. So I guess I could watch Punisher at the same time if it's separate. But I don't know. I think I should watch them in the order they're made in case there are little references. So I'm going to go to Defenders, Punisher, and then I get to go back to Daredevil.
Then you get to go back. You have so much content.
I know. And it's, like, kind of thrilling. And then the new show comes out in a few weeks, so I got to get on it. At the very least, I need to finish Daredevil season 3 before the new season. And if I'm lagging on Punisher, that's fine. But yeah. He's going to be in it, so
yeah,
I got to watch.
Yeah, you got to get to it.
I got to do it for my OTP.
Not your OTP.
That's not going to be canon, but should be.
Yeah, it's literally not going to be canon.
Listen, his whole family's dead.
Listen.
And he probably doesn't want a new girlfriend. Anyway, I won't get into it. Maybe I might do a podcast. What if I did it by myself? I think Karen and Sarah would do it with me. At least Sarah would do it with me.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Karen's the only real one here.
Karen's done. She's seen more than Sarah has, I think, so.
That's so funny to me.
Wild. Sarah watched everything, like, 2 years ago and never watched Punisher yet or any of the other things. I'm done. But my mom did.
Exactly. Karen will stick with it. That's one thing she'll do.
But she said she's kind of given up on, like, she's not really watching Punisher season 2.
Oh, T.
I was like, oh.
Is that T to you?
You don't know that man like I do, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I love Frank Castle, mass murderer. Never does anything wrong in his life. Love you, Frank. Okay, that's all I have to say, I think, other than...
Oh, go Birds.
Go Birds. And...
Looks around. Go Kendrick.
Mostly Kendrick.
Go.
There was something else. It was Daredevil. Something reminded me of something.
Oh, what did... Oh. Well, I'll let you stay on that thought.
Okay.
I'll let you have a thought.
I don't know that I have one.
Oh.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, guess what we got tickets to? Wait, oh my god.
Oh, okay. Dancing with the Stars! Don't worry, guys. We're going to see Joey.
That's so funny.
Jenna.
Literally, what?
Oh, but I feel like there was something else sort of like that where I was like, oh, this... remember. And this, the Grammys were on. Did we talk about that?
Oh, yeah, the Grammys was really good.
The Grammys were great.
Like, yes. We didn't talk about it. Yeah.
I don't know what else I was going to say. That's going to piss me off.
Grammys
In the middle of us talking about Sex Lives of College Girls, I'm going to be like, it is going to be completely random. It's not going to be important.
And then I'll be like, okay. Okay. And?
Anyway, Grammys.
Yay, Grammys was so good.
No notes.
We were, locked in. Usually I'm not that locked in.
Yeah, it's really fun to be a fan of everyone.
It's really fun.
And not fight. That's what I have to say. Go Kenny.
Kenny did that.
Also, let me know what you guys think of the Taco Bell ad.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl.
I just wanted there to be a long silence.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what else I was going to say.
Well, if it comes to you.
Yeah. We'll figure it out,
Good
baby.
luck.
All right. Should we get into all this shit? Woo! All right.
Never know.
Please hold. Save your comments to the end.
Never know.
Clapping at the end. Sex Lives of College Girls follows roommates Kimberly, Whitney, Bella, and that's it.
Oh my
God. As they navigate school, extracurriculars, and their love lives at Essex College. Season 3 sees them enter their sophomore year dealing with the fallouts from their choices last year and saying goodbye to OG roomie Leighton, Rip. And welcoming a new roommate, Casey, into the fold. Kimberly is focused on keeping a clean image and good reputation so she can achieve her dream of being a Supreme Court justice with no demerits on her record. Whitney is juggling relationships, STEM studies, women in STEM, and soccer while her mental health is suffering. Bella is trying to turn herself around by becoming a FAF. I can't remember what that stands for. It's like a freshman aide or something.
But it's like an RA, right?
It's like an RA. Okay. And trying to help troubled freshman Taylor while also finding herself and realizing she is bisexual. And Casey attempts to find love and her self-worth after getting cheated on by her boyfriend since 6th grade. Fucking, what's his name?
What's even his name?
Big C. And while they're Calvin. Okay. And while their boyfriends and girlfriends may come and go, the roomies always have each other. That's Sex Lives of College Girls. Yay!
And that's it. After the third, that's kind of funny.
I wasn't sure I was going to say that, and then I did.
And then I did.
So I did just write the 3 of them because that's really who it's about right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sex Lives of College Girls is back. It took about 2 years for the season to come out. Can I start by getting all of my negativity out of the way so we can just focus on the good thing?
Go out.
I think, I was going to say love-hate, but I don't hate the show. I think I just have mixed feelings about certain things that I think prevents the show from being peak. Because I think the characters are all so funny and so unique, and the actors portray them so well. All of their deliveries are so well done. Like, it makes me laugh harder than a lot of shows that I've seen. And I think it's great that there are shows about, like, this age group. Because there's always high school shows, and then there's adult shows. And there's never... I would love to see more college shows, and also more, like, where we're at in life. Like, post-college. There's not a lot of those. So there's, like, a lot of things that make this show great. I think Mindy Kaling is one of the funniest writers, and, like, the other people working on the show are so funny. I know Mindy Kaling can write a good show, but I also know Mindy Kaling can write a flawed show.
Oh, goddamn. Get him!
I think what holds this show back isn't even Mindy's fault unless it's her idea that it's like this, which is the length of the show. 10 episodes a season, and then I know that there were strikes, and I'm sure maybe rewriting it without Renee and stuff like prevented the show from coming out as quickly as it did. But even the rate at which it was coming out before also isn't helping the show. Let's break it down. I think the show started out very strong. 10 episodes. This season did a good job, even though we weren't watching it live. They released it weekly. The first 2 seasons, they released 2 episodes a week, and it was over.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. The show's already too short. Why are we rushing it out in like a month? And it took place freshman year, I guess August, September through November. So like it was 10 episodes that were pretty okay paced. Boom, season 2 I think is where it really started to like piss me off, where they went from after post Thanksgiving to May. 10 episodes, 20 something minutes each still. And it's like the relationships and all that stuff like don't have time to like develop, even like as the friendships And I'll get to that in a second. Like,
so true.
And I think I also feel like I have to mention the other side of, like, the fast pace and, like, the turnaround of relationships. Like, I think they're just trying to say, like, college, like, they're not for serious relationships. People in college are stupid and do stupid things and change up and all this stuff. But I do think that it's still the speed at which things happen is because they don't have time to, like, take time.
That's the main reason.
It's the main reason that I think every issue I have with the show falls on the fact that the show is too short.
Yeah.
In terms of episodes and stuff. And then, I don't know. I feel like they got themselves in a situation where it's like, I don't know how much longer they can do this. If they do this at the rate they're doing this, Pauline and Amrit are going to be in their 40s as college students.
So funny.
They need to either start doing this faster or it's going to end sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But because, like, I would love to see them go all the way through college, but that's going to take another 5 seasons. And if they're doing it every year, every other year, yeah, it's going to take another fucking 10 years.
And they're going to be old as
So I don't know what the solution is, but I feel like anytime I have a critique, and I'm sure it'll come up as we talk about some of the stuff, I think it falls on that less than, like, the writing itself. Or, well, I guess the writing comes with, like, the speed at which things are happening, and they can only write to that, so it goes back and forth. Mm-hmm. But, like, I never laugh harder. I think some of the acting is some of the best. Like, I think they all portray their characters so well. And I just don't want it to be like I completely have only negative things to say. So I want to say it up front.
Oh, you came forward with these words.
But I really think that's, like, the problem because, like, every relationship they have lasts 2 episodes. If it was a 22-episode show every season, honestly, that's what they should have done. They should have had it be 20-something episodes and done 4 seasons. And that would have been fine. It would have been, like, a perfect show, I think. And, yeah, I don't know. They just not what we're doing these days, which is another thing about TV that sucks.
Yeah.
The attention spans.
So freaking fast.
Yeah. So I feel like that's where a lot of my gripes come. Like, I think the comedy is always so good, and maybe that's what should be focused on, less of the relationships. But me personally watch shows because of the dynamics between the girls and the dynamics between whoever they may or may not be in a relationship with and all that stuff. And would love to see. I always have this critique, and I was thinking about it a lot this season because they happen, like, once or twice, very small, where, like, their love interests were interacting with each other or interacting with the friend group and stuff. Yeah. And I love that shit. I'm like, I would love to see more characters interact with each other, but there's 10 episodes, 20 minutes, and it's about...
they're not around long enough to interact with anybody.
Yeah, and my final thing, it's called Sex Lives of College Girls. It's supposed to be about them experiencing different relationships in college, so it makes sense that they're short-lived and stuff like that. But I think if they were longer, you could spend more time with those characters, even if they don't ultimately end up with them. Yeah, you'd get to spend more time and explore.
They're skipping so much time within the show. Yeah. Like, they're skipping seasons. They're like...
Yeah, like, months go by and you're like, oh.
Or whatever, so then there's a new person and it's like, okay.
Yeah. But, and I will say, this show is better because it looked like it did go from, like, September through. They didn't even make it to Thanksgiving this year, so it was about 2 months.
Slowed down.
Yeah,
but still, I'm like, never enough.
But then, like, explain to me how this show is gonna get through the rest of college with 10-episode seasons, maybe once a year, like something. And we haven't even gotten renewed yet. Like, fingers crossed. I would love to see more of this show. It did end in a way where I could maybe be comfortable with it, but it still, like, would be disappointing.
Yeah. Because also it set up a lot of new, I mean, of course, with Leighton leaving, there's new characters and everything. So it did set up, like, a whole new world. Yeah. So I kind of do want another season, but we'll see.
But that's my thing. I'm like, is that season then going to take us from November through May again? And then I'm going to feel so rushed again? Like,
and then they're going to get a new group of people. And shoot one of them.
Yeah. No, seriously. Like... That's where it all comes down to, is I think that's what's withholding the show from being a show where I can confidently be like, this is one of my favorite shows. Because what makes my favorite shows are, like, the longer form storylines. And it's supposed to be set in college and shit's gonna happen and you're not always gonna find the perfect relationship that's gonna last long. But it's still just, like, it feels like so, like, jerking you around where you're like, I just got comfortable in this storyline and it's over. Not even with, like, the romances. Like, I feel like there's certain things that are just, like, the characters themselves that I wish they spent more time on. And I think there's some things they could. And I'll get into more specifics as we talk.
Yeah, they also go through, like, little, like, life events, and then, like, it's over in 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what's, I think, preventing me from going, this is an amazing show.
Yeah.
But
it makes me chuckle.
It does make me chuckle, and, like, I think the cast, I said, the cast is amazing. The writing is always so funny.
Yeah.
That, like, if they just had more time, I think if they had a 20-something episode season, it would solve all my problems and probably would be like the Sex and the City of our generation.
Yes, the Sex and the
like I think that's what it's trying to be, but like it has 30 episodes and they've only gotten a little bit into sophomore year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But so much has happened. That's my thing.
So much has happened. I'm overwhelmed.
All right, but now let's get into specifics. Should we go by the season, or should we maybe just like talk about each girl? I don't know.
Yeah, we could do each girl.
Okay, who do you want to talk about first?
Well, let's just start out with my girl, Leighton.
Okay, yes. Let's talk about Leighton.
Her 2-episode arc.
Yes.
And that's another thing. Like, I mean, of course, it had to be rushed. It felt very...
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, by the first episode, you don't even for sure know, like... Mm-hmm. Or she doesn't even... Yeah. And then she doesn't tell them until the end of the second episode.
Yeah. So, see, there are things where I'm like, they could have done that.
I'm like, okay, that could have been a little better.
But... Or, like... them not spent, like, they only spent, like, part of the night together.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they left. That's a funny part, too.
No, it was crazy that they realized they were told by someone else that Leighton was leaving. And then she's like, I was going to tell you guys, but I leave in the morning. So when was she going to tell them? Like, thank God they found out. I thought she was leaving in, like, a week. But she's like, no, you guys got to help me pack because my dad's coming in the morning.
This episode ends in 2 minutes. I'm like, leaving in the morning.
Great. Awesome. And like there was no good way to write her out, like either they murder that girl, but this is not the show where they do that, because then it would be so unrealistic for them to like go on the way they did.
They start partying,
and I guess on the show they would, but like it wouldn't make sense. And then I like that, like, for a show that none of these girls, I don't know who's ever going to end up with anyone, because again, it's realistic in the fact that you're not always going to like have lasting relationships in college, but like as a TV show, you kind of want something to root for, so at least Leighton and Alicia are together.
That's the one thing, I like that was part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's moving away, and it makes sense, like she's going to a different math program, like that makes sense. And
I like that.
It happens to be, like, it makes sense.
And it's not like they made it go, oh, she's leaving for Alicia. It just worked out that they both could have their own thing in Boston.
And now I hate Boston.
And now why'd you make me hate Boston?
Someone said, I hate Boston, I hate Alicia. Do you mean that? When the episode ends.
Another thing they said, it was a bummer that they didn't even have Alicia in Leighton's last episode, which I get that was probably like to be more about her character in the girls' friendship. Yeah, but it's like
it was just a little, like,
they gave a text,
like,
but
tell me that it's official.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess at least we get that. Like, because not much has lasted on this show.
No, seriously, that's what.
We can put that, like, we can make our own endings with.
Yeah, and I like they have her not being far away. They make it a point that she's there via, it can come via bus. And again, we don't know. I think we said this on some other pod. We were talking about this. I don't know the full extent of why Renee left. If it was truly just to focus on other projects, or if like there were things going on the set that made her unhappy. Because she wanted to sing. They wouldn't let her sing, but then they let Casey sing. There was a rumor, someone saying that Renee wanted her character to have a musical storyline. They said,
I don't believe that.
No, I don't think so either. I swear to God, she wants them separate.
Yeah, like she wanted it totally separate.
I don't know, but can you imagine if they were like, no, Renee, you can't sing, but Gracie Lawrence. Wild. I don't think that stuff was true. Yeah. But like in a perfect world, I don't know about anytime soon. Again, I don't know all the real life stuff. It seems like the girls are like all amicable, especially her and Aaliyah.
Yeah, they're best.
Yeah. So, like, love to think that everyone's, like, on good terms. Again, none of our business. But in a perfect world, at the very least, if this show's gonna end, if it's next season or in 5 seasons.
Or in 10 years.
Graduation, I don't know, would love to see Leighton for at least one more. Like, whenever anyone leaves a show, at least for the finale. Like, on other shows I've watched, that usually happens. Do a duet with me. I also wish they referenced her more. They only referenced her again in the last episode.
I did like how they referenced her, but yeah, they should have referenced her a lot more.
100%. And her going, I wouldn't be where I am today without you three. I don't think I'll survive or do this without still having you guys in my lives. Like, there's no reference to like, oh, I talked to Leighton last night.
Yeah, like you can still call.
I FaceTimed her, and you don't have to show Renee, but like let it be that she's a part of these girls' lives still.
Like, they just ghosted her.
I didn't even think about that till right now.
Oh, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that either. I'm like, they didn't even bring my girl up.
Yeah, like, or
they
like,
erased her.
I was thinking about that deeply when they were at the soccer game, because that was another thing, how passionate she was during Whitney's soccer game. Yeah. And, like, even just a reference of like, oh, I don't know, does MIT have soccer? I don't know, but there's a way to be like, oh, we visited, or Leighton's gonna come for another game or something, and you never have to show it. Like, we understand Renee isn't like as like easy to get back on.
Just say, the character.
They see each other.
Yeah, it's as simple as
and
that.
then one day maybe we will see her, but at least verbally confirm that they're all still
in.
She was this was a show about 4 girls,
and she's one of the main characters.
And they couldn't, at least once every 2 episodes, just throw a little nod to her. Like, oh, we all like FaceTime Leighton last night.
And like, especially the new roommate.
Yeah.
Like, you could have mentioned.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like she had that moment in the finale where she was like, oh, I wish I was here for that. It's like, Leighton would have, I don't know what Leighton would have done with her, but that would have been really funny. I hope, again, first and foremost, that it's to Renee's like comfortability. Again, don't know all the details, but in a perfect world, would love to see Leighton back for a finale of some sort one day.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. But happy for her.
But go Renee Rapp.
Woo! See you on your next tour, girl.
Yes. Boots on the ground. Okay, but yeah, that's the tea with Leighton.
Yeah.
Who next?
I'll talk about any of them.
Let's talk about Kimberly.
Kimberly! I swear to God, I think, transitioning, in a perfect world, Leighton wouldn't have left. But I didn't feel her absence as much as I thought. Like, I still enjoyed the show, but I think if you lost anyone else in conjunction, like if we were down 2 girls.
Kimberly? You couldn't lose Kimberly.
No. Like, I know people have frustrations with Kimberly, but she's so fucking funny.
So funny.
She's so funny. I'm gonna have to look. Basically, all I wrote down were lines, so I'm gonna have to comb through for the quotes. But to start with Kimberly, that was something that pissed me off in terms of the writing. We left off last season with Kimberly and Kanan kissing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then like
they kind of just like
they kind of went through it really fast, and part of me thinks that because of the backlash, they like gave up on it.
Nah.
Which I get. I don't want to spend the whole season with 2 of the main girls fighting when we've already lost one of the girls. And at least they did address in the first episode they were having them in different groups, which I thought were funny, that they were equally like on Team Kimberly and equally on Team Whitney.
They had 2 lunches.
They were like, no, that was during our last lunch, and Bella and Leighton were like divorced dealing with divorced parents, basically.
They had to have lunch with
so funny. But it lasted 1 episode, which is fine, but I feel like they just kind of gave up and instead of trying to make it like an interesting long-term thing again. Like just another thing where they're like, we're just gonna
fuck it, we're just gonna,
and like making it like awkward with Kanan and Kimberly, and then you never really see them interact. They were best friends. Like that's why they fell for each other for a second.
I like that relationship. And then like when they are at SIP with like Kanan's just in the back, like he's barely like interacting with them. Mm-hmm. I'm like, where'd that go?
I know.
That was one of the best parts of the show.
The 3 of them at SIP.
At SIP. And they just like kind of like are like, I don't know.
Like it definitely could have been awkward, but like they worked it out with Kanan and Whitney, which we'll talk about, but like they couldn't. Like, why? Also, why? Like,
why?
There were so many times where that Sims and I get Leela. That's my girl.
Leela.
She has the funniest lines on the show, I think, and thank God she's still there. I wish they honestly made her the 4th roommate.
Yeah.
No offense to Casey, that's also my girl.
Yeah, don't worry, that's my girl.
But like, she's probably the funniest person on the show. But maybe it's like that's what she needs to do is come in and say the most offhand shit, and then like walk away.
Yeah.
But I love her so much, and I think they were cowards, and they could have at least kept that going for a couple more episodes.
Yeah.
But I guess they had to have them living together.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah. Yeah, that's awkward.
I bet you
had to speed through that.
Well, I don't think Casey would have existed had Leighton not left. Mm-hmm. But I bet you if Leighton didn't leave, the 3 of them would have lived together by themselves longer, or maybe gotten a 4th roommate that wasn't Whitney.
Yeah.
I think they had to, like, resolve, because if we were losing Leighton, we couldn't have then the other 2 people not talking to each other.
People,
I don't know, but still, I think they were cowards.
Or
like have Kanan and Kimberly last a little longer, even if that was not going to go anywhere. They could have tried.
That was like such a big part of the last. Like that was the part where it was like, and then they just like, I don't know. It's like okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Kimberly, Kookie.
But Kookie!
Kookie is
that was funny. I love Kookie. She's so funny. So, Kimberly had 2 big love interests this season. Like, quote unquote big.
Yeah.
Eli, bisexual king
who what's her
became a freak.
Like Eli, like his red flag wasn't even that he parties, it was that she was on Molly and he immediately left.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was just weird.
So this is what they do. This is the formula on the show.
Yeah.
They have a love interest who is really solid for like 3 to 4 episodes.
Yeah, it was like
and then suddenly,
like the worst.
on that next episode, a switch is flipped.
It's like,
and they're a psychopath in some way. And this is what else I want to say.
Flag.
I get it. A, college, you're going to date all kinds of people. B, men ain't shit. And yeah, maybe they will switch on you. But every single one, it's like they basically use them until they don't want them anymore to further the story, which on some levels I get. But again, as a person who thrives on character development and character dynamics, romantic and otherwise, it's frustrating because then you're like, anyone at any time could be awful.
I was rooting for Eli.
I liked Eli a lot, and to like have this really cool like bisexual character that was basically teaching Kimberly, and Kimberly
bought a dildo.
It's crazy. There were some things where I physically could not watch her, and that was one of them. And like just simply teach her like just because I'm into guys and girls, you do not have to change who you are, and like because we were in this specific relationship, and that was really cool.
He was so cool, and like
then boom.
And then boom.
He starts out fine, too, where he's like, oh, fuck, let's get you to a different room and let's ride this out. I was like, okay, cool, Eli.
I was like, okay, you're on the right start. And then
he disappeared.
I don't even know how.
And the next episode, he's a freak with her mom.
Yeah.
Like,
he,
wild.
Totally changes.
But then he comes back at the end, and you're like, are we cool with
the way he walks up at the end, are we cool with Eli?
I was like,
I'm so confused.
That's why I'm like, you can't. It's either like, we're going to have a million different characters on the show, which is fine, that's college. Or, like, if you go so far and they suck. But then they come back, even though I feel like the Molly thing did suck. But I wouldn't say, like, that's the worst thing a character has done.
He could come back.
Especially with the other guy she ends up dating being worse.
No, he's even worse.
They could come back. Eli, I think, could be an ally.
He made me want Eli back.
I was, like, missing Eli these times, during these times.
Then Eli showed up and I was like, yes, Eli.
Yes. Well, so then she is in this program that's, like, an advanced program with Tig. What's her last name?
Oh, yeah.
I love the celebos that show up.
There's so many celebos.
She's like in a special program with the people that are a little older and have more experience. So she was navigating that. That was also awkward when she made Steve cry. I was like, which one? Because she had just broken up with the other. I was like, which one of these fuckers in this class is she going to hook up with next? That was going to be Steve, but it should have been. Because then, explain this to me. You have the nerdiest motherfucker, like the little, like weird, like little kookiest, exactly just like Kimberly. And then they make him the guy that pulls the I'm not deleting the nudes card.
Yeah.
Which again, men ain't shit. But I was also like, my head hurts with like, he is such a dork. And he was doing a little test.
Personality change.
And then, yeah, it was crazy. And I get like, that was good, like representation. And like, Kimberly stood up for herself. Yeah. And like, fuck people that like will take like ownership of your pictures and stuff like that. And Leela was great in that scene too. Slayed. But holy shit, that was wild how fast that like, flipped.
Damn.
They were so kooky.
They were all kooky.
And then I was like,
can't trust no one.
No, he was honestly the worst man of the season, I would say.
He's my, spoiler alert, he's my least favorite.
Oh, I forgot to do that. Okay, locking in on Brian.
That's so funny that, like, he was literally he was like, from what he started
awful.
He's just, like, awful.
Like, not even, like,
there's no coming back.
Not even in a way where I feel like a lot of the characters that make mistakes are, like, redeemable in terms of just, like, what's the ignorance, you know, where it's like they're young kids, they can learn. But he was just a flat out asshole and doubled down on it.
And doubled down and just kept going, you're crazy.
It was like wild. Wild shit. So we don't stand.
We don't stand that man.
But
then don't worry.
Ah!
I'm like, what's going on in this
So show? I really liked Kimberly's like storyline toward the end where they want to protest the crazy right-winged guy on campus. And then she's like, I want to start standing up for shit like this, but also I don't want this to reflect poorly on me because I want to be a Supreme Court justice. Like, when she was like, who is this giving? It's Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I love her. Kimberly can never change. Like, I like that I've seen character development, but she's still at her core.
She still has her core.
And she's like, starts protesting, and who is she protesting with? Bucky from Zombies.
That's so funny.
I need to find out his real name.
Bucky from Zombies.
But love him.
Yeah.
And this is where I say... and this will come up later. I'm all for like the characters changing because like we'll talk about that with honestly everyone's love interests have a moment where they just like suck all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And it hits harder when I like that actor. And like, let's talk about it. Season 1. And honestly, this is Gavin's fault for leaving, but Nico. He actually had like a full storyline with Kimberly and would have probably had a really great like storyline.
I think that was Leighton's full ass brother.
Now, her poor dad lost both of them.
Under the tree.
Aww. He gets expelled. And I love that storyline. And I feel like if Gavin didn't leave, that could have continued. But he was like, it was only supposed to be 1 season anyway. I'm like, why? Can like things continue? Even if they end up, it's called character development and story progression. He left, and that was hard because I liked Gavin from Sabrina.
Yeah.
And now, if this man, who they're setting up to be pretty solid, but they always do that, Bucky from Zombies, he's probably going to be in the next season, should that continue. And I just fear myself getting attached just for him to, I don't know, switch up and become a Republican. Because what did we put it past the show? No,
they all switch at the end.
He's going to switch. I'm like... Again, they're sophomores in college. They don't need to find their end game. But it'd be nice to have someone that's redeemable because then they could come back around and learn and grow. Yeah. But we'll see. I'm now Team Bucky.
It's just the sex lives of college girls.
Yeah, amen, brother. That's just the crazy world we live in. Now I'm Team Bucky. When she left the jail cell, Eli picked her up.
But
then he kind of like looked at her. I was like, this is tea. Because Eli can kind of forgive just to create tension. But Bucky. What was his name on the show? I don't know.
I don't know either. But Bucky.
But we're aligned. And I said, this is some good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit.
That's some good shit.
And I just like that storyline anyway. They were giving lemonade mouth in that jail cell.
Yeah, they literally were.
And she still made it to the performance at the end.
Funny.
Beautiful stuff.
Kimberly,
once they, I guess, got over the Kanan stuff, which was in 1 second. No notes for her.
No notes.
No, honestly, no notes for most of the girls.
Yeah.
This season.
This season was pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too messy.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay, let me look at lines.
Kimberly.
Runt
to a cunt.
Runt to it. Can you say that? No, but I got caught up in the rhyme. Her dressed up as Bernie Sanders! And she's so small. In case he's like, please change. Please change. Yeah. When her and Brian, when they were at their peak before he crumbled, and they were like, we need to formally tell Tig that we're together, and she was like, I thought you'd be normal about it and do it behind my back.
And just do it behind my back.
It's so funny. Okay, I don't know if I have anything written. You would think. So I guess we can talk about Kimberly, or, oh my god, all their names just blended together. We can talk about Whitney in a second, but when Whitney's dating that rich-ass guy.
Yeah.
And they're like, to Leighton, they're like, you're his Kimberly.
Oh, yeah? That's crazy.
So funny. Yeah. Kimberly just being an aggressive ally to Eli, that was really funny. Oh, the robot storyline at Sips. R2-D2 looking ass taking my money. That's what Leela said.
When Leela picks Kimberly up from the party.
Yeah.
And then she gets up at the side of the road and she lights up the fucking robot.
I love it so much. She's so funny. Yeah, I guess really quick on Leela, the fashion show is just underwear.
And then by Leela.
Her trying to get, like, I think his name is Grant or something, the DoorDash driver. So funny. Like, every time, like, men just love her, and, like, that's the confidence. Like, she's like, when the guy flex, she's like, flex for me or regret it, or live to regret it. Like, everything she does is so funny.
Her delivery's perfect.
Yeah.
She's never delivered a bad line.
No. A journal. Hot guys don't journal. So the thoughts fade away. That's what makes them hot. That was, like, where it all started for me. I was like, the show could be an all-timer if they had more time.
Yeah.
But yeah, should we talk about our girl Whitney?
Whitney
was
going through it.
She had a lot going on. She was in a sorority for a little bit, and then she gave up on that once her and Kimberly made up.
Yeah.
And then she's still a woman in STEM. And then they brought my girl Tamra from the Mindy Project as her professor that was dragging her in class, and that was iconic.
Yes.
And it could be cool that, I don't know where they netted out on that, if she's like STEM major.
Kind of like
African American Studies minor. They kind of forgot about that for a second because she had so much going on.
Like, she brought it up one time at the end, but like, I don't know where it fully is.
Right.
Like,
They were doing a lot with her, which I'll give them credit.
Yeah.
And then, like, soccer, there was a new girl taking her spotlight, and then she was getting hurt and injecting herself with cortisol.
And her coach was a woman, but
then became a man. Like, that's what I want to talk about. When she was, like, there was a coach, I swear, this was some random coaching assistant that just forgets to exist later, that changed her position.
No, literally.
If you have the power to change her position on the team,
why aren't you there more?
Right. So then the coach is suddenly a man telling her to take shots and discrediting her mental health. Like, what happened there?
I don't
and then
know.
Suddenly the athletic program fully sucks and everyone's... Which, again, good college representation. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck.
So I liked that for her. They were all doing some cool shit this season.
Mm-hmm.
All their personal storylines kind of slapped. It's just a shame that some of it goes really fast.
Yeah, like her whole journey went really fast. Like with everything, was like really fast.
Exactly, and like she finally goes to therapy. I was like, okay, brag, you're going to therapy. We're all trying to do that, Whitney. But then she goes to therapy once, gets a weighted blanket, and solved all her problems. So my fingers are crossed that because it happened at the end of the season, we'll see her continue to go to therapy, or at least mention it. Like, we don't need to see her in therapy. And like, I want her to be like, it's not just a one and done, which I don't think they're trying to do.
She's healed.
She's perfectly fine. And you know what? What good representation? I'm going to try that next week. So I'm hoping it'll at least be like, oh, my regular, like, it'll be a part of her routine maybe, even if we don't see it happen, like, just going to therapy and talking her shit out.
Yeah.
But I liked that, and, like, I don't know. I mean, it seems a little too easy, but at least it's representation that, like, sometimes all you gotta do is go and then start your journey.
Her man, Isaiah.
Rich Isaiah.
Yeah. I knew when he love bombed her the first time that wasn't gonna go very far.
Amen. But let's talk about Isaiah's friend. Terry?
Yeah,
is it Terry?
Iconic. More of him.
She's like, I'm not talking to you, Terry. Wait, do I have it written?
Not talking to you.
Terry, imagine how I feel. I found out he gave his girlfriend $200K and he still owes me $10 for wings. Make it make sense.
Terry was there.
I'm like, maybe she should move on to him, even though Caden's there. It was really funny. But yeah, the power imbalance of him being able to just give her some money for her thing, which honestly, I like that Kanan was kind of like, just take it because, you know, take that money. But obviously her comfort level makes sense with that.
I didn't know anything about the Kanan storyline. Like, I didn't know.
Me too.
So, which I was happy about because I knew a lot of things. So I was happy that I had no idea how that was gonna work out.
Yeah.
At first I was like, is he just gonna be in the background the whole time? Okay.
Right. For the first half of the season, I was getting scared for him.
And I was like, okay. But
yeah, I'm glad he showed up. I'm glad they became friends.
A lot of people don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, from what I've seen. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, they don't like that she's going back to him.
Yeah. God forbid one of them has one consistent love interest.
Like, he's so nice.
He's so sweet. And, like, I think, again, I wish they spent more time on the Kimberly thing because they were good friends, and I get that that made people mad, and he should have crossed the line with one of her friends, and Kimberly shouldn't have crossed the line with one of her friends' exes.
Yeah.
But they were good friends, and, like, if you meet someone that you're friends with and it starts to naturally develop, like, they should have handled it differently, but I don't think that they should have been permanently villainized for that, and that I wish they showed him being friends with Kimberly. That's the one thing that pissed me off.
Like they could have, like, definitely spent more time on that.
Yeah.
But I don't mind him being bad.
Especially when, like, these other guys are doing all these crazy things.
Yeah, and all these other guys ain't shit.
Kanan's just trying to figure shit out.
I like Kanan.
I stand with Kanan. They had that moment where his hand touched her back and she smiled at him in the weight room or whatever. And then she was like, I'm on my way, or I'm coming to see you. And it's like, oh, they didn't show who she was texting. And then boom, Kanan.
Like, that's the one buzz.
Yes.
Like, because there's just no build up with anybody.
Because that's the thing. This is my thing. Is, like, I get that some of this is realistic to real life in which these guys or whoever is going to come and go. Nothing necessarily has to be consistent. For some people, at least. Some people date more long-term. Some people don't date at all. Blah, 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 blah. But when you're watching a TV show, what gets people excited is a little consistency.
And a
little build-up.
Consistency in any type of relationship.
Yes. So it's like having Kanan and Whitney, like, maybe they'll come and go, like, and who knows by the end of the show, end of college, what will happen, but it's, like, exciting for a viewer instead of just a cycle of random people all the time, for all of them. Yeah. Because, like, I think we'll talk about Bella, but Bella makes sense that she doesn't seem to naturally want to be tied down to a relationship. And, like, and then maybe that'll change, like, I think, like, we'll talk about that I'll talk about her specifically in a second. But like some of them are more suited to long term or it's just like can naturally happen. You don't know.
Yeah.
But like, or short term, whatever. But like to have at least one of them have someone where you're like kind of rooting for them to get together at the end.
Yeah.
Or at least have the option of it.
The option to be there.
Like some people just disappear.
Some people just vanish.
So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to what I can get, and they're all I have.
They're literally the only.
And you know what? Remember the golden rule. Cheating's okay if it's with your soulmate, and maybe Kanan's Whitney's soulmate, because like what else do we have here? Nothing.
That's so funny.
Okay. What else? I did like the whole episode with the partner test.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. And again,
so
showing some of the interaction where it's like all of the boyfriends at the time were interacting with all of them. And I'm like, I would love to see that more with like, well, Kanan and Kimberly were already friends, but like seeing Kanan and Bella or Kanan and Casey and like, even though Isaiah is not in the picture anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, the Bella hugging him and stuff, like, so... Always the slow-mo music scenes with Bella.
When he takes his
it just hugs him. He's like, no, you need to keep it off.
It's so funny.
Like, there's such small moments, but I love that shit. At Whitney's soccer game, Ash was there, and Isaiah and his friend were there, right? Yeah. And then they were spelling Whitney, but then they lost the N and the Y, so it just said white. And they were scrambled. I'm like, more of this. Like, when you're in college, like, have more big... Like, I love that Leela and Casey became friends, and, like, the friendship group, like, grows.
Dynamic, they're all in one place together.
I know. I'm like, more of this. Exactly.
Yes.
Because it's secularized to college girls, but sometimes the people you're with can hang out with your friends too.
Nah, they can't.
Arvin, we'll talk about Bella, but when Arvin was there, like that was fun. Yeah. That's my only, like there's so much,
my only group.
There would be more of this if the seasons were longer. Everything will come back to if the seasons were longer.
Yeah.
Anything else for Whitney? Oh, the revolt at the end that Slade. She's like, I got more people that have problems with the athletic program. They all walk in.
I said, damn.
So good. So good.
I'm like, do I have anything else for my
Also,
girl?
what's the name of the girl? What's the name of her friend on the soccer team?
Willow.
So she shows up sometimes, but she can be more involved too. Like
I know.
I like that her and Taylor had like a little moment at the rodeo.
Yeah.
But I'm like, just bring in
more time.
We need exactly.
Never enough.
There's literally never enough. Okay.
No, but literally, I'm like,
yeah,
because Willow is the like OG.
Yeah.
You don't see her that.
Same thing.
Much.
The girl that's in the wheelchair that told them Leighton was leaving. I feel like we only saw her like a couple times. They kind of brought back people from like the women's group that Leighton was with. Like they popped up a few times, but like just a little.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's tea.
Oh, I forgot to say this for Kimberly. My face and boobs are practically on Getty Images when the photo showed up.
Funny.
So funny. Okay.
That's Bella,
where the hell you been, Loca? I liked Bella's season. There was a little less of it like being like, oh, intentional, but like she was like, I want to be a better person than I was last year, because she was just like failing all her classes, cheating on my man Eric.
Go, Bella.
And just being a mess.
Bella was a little messy.
Yeah, but I feel like she's still like herself, but she's keeping it together.
She's keeping it
and
together.
She's a faff, and she made it her personal mission to look out for Taylor, even though they kind of butt heads a lot. Yeah. But I loved their dynamic. British. And Taylor's British as fuck.
I think it's so funny that they brought in a blonde with bangs lesbian, but honestly, I thought she was going to annoy me more than she did. Like, I thought it was going to be more annoying.
Yeah.
But I like her.
No, I like her too.
It was a good dynamic. I was just a little scared from just seeing. I'm like, okay, there's a new person. It's like Renee.
Basically, but like she couldn't be more different than Leighton. And same thing with Casey. Like it's a completely new character too.
I was worried about Casey too. I was like, oh no, new characters. But I actually like the new characters.
Me too.
So God bless.
They do like. I think it was smart that they weren't just trying to like fill a slot. Basically, it was like two brand new. Even though like you could make comparisons, but like Taylor had her own
just from pictures,
stories.
I was like.
Yeah.
But
I
like them, and I did like the dynamic of Bella and Taylor, and Bella like being there for her, and like she's like a better better person this season.
I feel like Ann Taylor, we've known her for 5 minutes, but like she had a lot of development too. Yeah. Which again is kind of like we only saw it sporadically because we only have 10 episodes.
Yeah, we only have 10 minutes.
Wish we could have like spent more time getting into like her issues with her family and then like her sobriety and stuff. But it was really cool that she could she handled herself and did it in a more mature way. But you don't see it. But she's like, I came and had a really mature conversation with Ash. I was like, great, would have loved to see it.
I know. I would have loved to see more with Ash. Okay, yeah. Ruby Cruz.
Yeah.
Ruby Cruz, what do we call it? Bait.
Yeah.
Because she didn't come in until episode 6.
And then, like, had 5 minutes of screen time.
She had 5 minutes, and I really liked her and Taylor, but, like, you barely saw.
Yeah.
And, like, then all of a sudden they were living together, and I was like, okay.
No, but you know what? You should really, like, actually feel good about that, because then no chance to ruin her. The only character that didn't go at the end. Really? Like, they're still together.
Yeah,
that's a win.
I'll take that win. But I'm like, okay, I felt like...
Where's the content?
Yeah, there's no content. Like, I felt a buzz after the rodeo with them. Mm-hmm. But then, like, it were just fizzled out because they were just, like...
Together and living together.
And they're, like, married with 2 kids on the way. And I was like, okay.
It's like highs and lows.
No, literally. But I'll take it. I mean, they're still there. And I hope Ruby Cruz stays.
Yeah.
Because she was only in, like...
And they don't, like, decimate her.
No, they'll probably, like, bomb them.
Yeah. They were really cute when they were talking about makeup and stuff. And again, I was like, oh, there's something that... Because, like, her moving in so fast just felt, like, scary. Not because of, like, the characters, but, like, that's just, like, don't do that.
Just don't do that. That's really fast. I'm like,
but they were kind of slaying.
I know, they were kind of living.
She's like, I have so much to learn about makeup. Do you guys want to go get lunch? It feels like grilled cheese butter.
I love Ash. Ash has 3 lines.
And they all slayed. That's what I say. Everyone's delivery on the show was flawless. Ash had 5 minutes of screen time, but the grilled cheese line, like, hit.
Yes.
That's what the show does good. Of like, the comedy and the delivery and the comedic timing is all...
Like, I do laugh out loud a lot at this show.
Yeah.
Like,
one of my favorite... The only note I had for episode 10, because obviously we watched it most recently, I was like, I'm not worried about this. And the only thing was Bella trying to turn down the music, and the person was on the
that was so
VR, but then she knocked shit down, and then the way she ran out of the room was so funny. Even the physical comedy, so funny.
I didn't know what I was expecting to happen there. That's not what I was... That was so funny.
So funny. They don't have to worry. They are funny. Like, the comedy is there, and I feel like that's why I'm like, they could do 22 episodes. And the thing is, like, with a comedy, you don't need something crazy to happen. Like, filler episodes are what makes things feel like they are lasting and, like, the time isn't rushed. Because, like, you could, like, they spent a whole episode doing the boyfriend test. Love that. And
that was, like, one of the best episodes.
Yeah, and it's like...
focused on something.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, like, moving, like...
Yeah, I love that episode. So, like, with 20... Imagine the power they could have with the 22-episode season. I'll say it a million times. I swear to God. Oh, my God. That's what we're robbed of. I feel like... I don't know how long Girls was, but Sex in the City was 20-something episodes.
Yeah, you get a lot of content.
It's like, God.
And it's just girls living.
It's not fair. Like, this is what we could have. I wonder how long... Rachel Sennett's show is gonna be, because she's basically making sort of like a show that I think
8 episodes
every 2 years,
every 5 years.
Fuck, man, like the TV these days is pissing me off. All we have is Abbott Elementary.
Yes.
God, okay, Bella,
like,
she's thriving. She's having character development, and the mascot was really funny.
That was crazy.
That was really funny. And then she has like her first like kind of, if we don't count Eric. So the other thing, well, I wasn't a fan of Eric before the show. I became a fan of him, and he was one of the best versions. They did it. We're not talking about season 2. I could go on and on about them in season 2. They rushed them and then fucked them up, and it was the first time where it was not the guy's fault. Like, she cheated on him.
Was going crazy.
And like, oh my God, I love their dynamic and the Mindy Kaling formula.
Yeah, it didn't work out this time.
The one time I was rooting... Well, that's not true. The one time I wasn't rooting for it...
So sorry.
It was the only time that it kind of went well.
Well...
There are 4 versions of the Mindy Kaling formula. Mindy and BJ on The Office, and they were fucking crazy, but I'm pretty sure they were Endgame.
Exactly.
Mindy and Danny on the Mindy Project that I think have the best chemistry out of all of them, but she fucks him up. Because I think Chris Messina wanted to leave the show. I'm not trying to spoil everything, but they decimate his character. And then they still end up together.
Oh,
which is great.
Great.
But like Mindy. And then I wasn't rooting for Ben and Davey, unfortunately. I rooted for Paxton. But I respect them. I like Ben. I don't dislike Ben. But I was Team Paxton.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, fuck yeah. Eric and Bella. I see it.
Yeah.
Let's do it again. Fine, Mindy.
Fine, let's do it again.
And then where is he?
He's gone. He's got a doctor job.
He's a doctor now, which I respect.
He's a doctor.
But they all want Mecky to come back. So again, if the show continues, that doesn't mean they can't have him come back.
He could come back.
It's not over.
Maybe.
I'm trying to like remain optimistic. But I was like, fuck, man.
Eric found dead.
Eric found dead in a ditch. He's with his 2 dads.
Eric found dead. Yeah.
But I did like Bella and Arvin for their period of time in which you were supposed to.
Yeah.
They were cute.
That's the one thing I knew.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew that too.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I kind of braced myself for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say... Sorry, you can go.
Yeah, I enjoyed them for what they were, but, like, yeah. I'm glad they ended.
Yeah, after what happened.
Yeah.
Like, if we just, like, look
I
at...
also did think it was weird, like, I don't know, like, him having a girlfriend. I don't know. Oh, well. Slay Arvin.
Well, I like that he was different than anyone that she had been with. So it was, like, an
Yeah.
interesting dynamic to see Bella with that, and Bella, like, naturally developed feelings. And, like, that's why I think she came to the conclusion at the end that she's looking, like, she will hook up with whoever, like, just, like, have fun. But when she's looking for...
someone
with, like, a good connects
with.
with.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what she learned.
She did learn a lesson from my man Arvin.
From Arvin.
And Arvin got crazy at the queer
It was so funny. And that was cool, like, seeing them more, like, him being more ingrained in the friend group for the little while.
And he peeled the orange.
And he peeled the orange.
Yeah, he did.
And he might have lied about the hat, but you know what? He was just trying to respect her. He was trying not to be
respectful.
mean. He was trying to be nice.
Kimberly, the hat isn't
Kimberly didn't do that with that bad.
I didn't think that was
Yeah. We liked Arvin for a second. We didn't love Arvin.
Mm-hmm.
And
he was good for the time.
Yeah, and like I was struggling with like how to feel about like his reactions, and I feel like his is one of those where it's like he is allowed to feel that way.
Yeah.
But then when it started to become like him policing her choices, that's when it was like
she can't talk about her past relationship.
It has nothing to do with him.
It has absolutely nothing to do with you. And if she's literally a comedian, like she wants to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Arvin
was not the guy for her.
Girl.
And I went, you know who would never do that? That's my man Eric. That's a comedy king. It's a short king. That's a nerd prince.
That's a nerd.
Straight twink.
Eric found dead in the ditch.
But thank God, though, that it did lead Bella back to comedy. Because that was my thing. I'm like, if Whitney's going to lose soccer, which I guess...
We're like, Whitney's being shot.
Whitney's going to die.
Whitney was going to die.
And then Bella already lost comedy, and we fully don't have Leighton at all. Like, what do we have? Like, I get that your personality and your interests can change, your goals can change, your dreams can change, but I was like, I love that about Bella.
Yeah.
And you know that she loved that, and she's finding her way back to it. In her own way.
Beautiful.
And then finding out she's bisexual along the way. And they said,
shocker.
Which I'm happy for you, but they're like, we're going to go get breakfast.
Yeah, literally. They're like, okay.
The one time they mentioned Leighton. I was like, of course, now Leighton's gone.
I know, that's what I was sad about. I'm like, oh, we don't get to see Leighton's reaction.
Yeah, and like, Leighton and Bella were my favorite duo. Like, they were so they were so small, but like, when they were together, I'm like, this is a duo. Because they were my 2 favorites. And not even like, I don't think any of the girls that are main girls, including Casey and even Taylor, should be together. Because I know people ship Bella and Taylor.
Yeah.
But I kind of like them just being friends. Mm-hmm. But I get it. If that happens, let's go.
Like, I don't see it right now at all.
Yeah.
But, like, if they were to do a build-up and stuff, I'd be...
Yeah.
I saw it a little at the end. Like, I was like, oh, maybe it could. But, like, people were shipping them right from the start. I was like, I did not see this at all.
Yeah.
But... who knows? Who
knows? Like, I'm not anti it, but it's not something I'm rooting for because I liked their friendship so much. And that was, like, I feel like people shipped, like, at least a little, like, Leighton and Bella. And I could get behind that, too. But at the same time, it's like, I don't want to fuck up the friend group. Yeah. And, like, they would have to be endgame because no one on the show is fucking endgame at this point.
No one's endgame.
Because, I mean, I guess they worked it out with Kanan and Whitney and Kimberly. That smoothed itself out. Yeah. And Kimberly was happy when she saw Kanan come through the door during that episode. I don't think this show can do it well. Like, I don't trust the show enough.
No, this show can't do any relationship.
It's either gonna, like, they're gonna be together for 2 episodes and everything's gonna be fine, or it's gonna fuck up the dynamic. I'm like, let's just not.
Because they have to, like, part of the comedy of the show and the charm of the show is, like, that they're messy college kids. Like, so I think
mess doesn't need to be with each other.
As long as they're in college, it's going to be pretty freaking messy.
Yeah, let's not.
And we don't need to ruin the main dynamic, which is the friend group.
Yeah. So praying on that.
But yeah, I'd be down for Taylor and Ash to stay together.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that'll happen.
Right.
They're gonna have to do more work.
Yeah, 100%.
They're gonna have to do more work with literally everybody.
I agree.
Because I'm not feeling any
Yeah.
Like I came in a little, but I need something.
Yeah.
And then our other girl.
Wait, hold on. Bella's ending.
Wait, what?
With her mom.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I didn't know.
I knew that too.
I watched the scene and I was like,
Well,
I
was watching the scene without realizing I was watching the scene, because I was like watching this girl sing.
No, literally sing.
And then I was
I didn't fully grasp who it was.
And I was like, oh shit.
Bella's here.
Bella's gay. Bella's bisexual. I was like, whoa.
And then
when she was about to give her speech and then her mom was there, and then her mom's so sweet. Her parents are so sweet for people that are like, you can kiss a boy, I guess.
Yeah.
They're actually really sweet when you think about it. Like, they were cheering her and Arvin on when they kiss, even though they're like, don't do anything with a boy or like go too far with a boy. And Bella's been with 20 people.
Yeah.
But they're really sweet and supportive. And then, like, her mom coming to her comedy show. Like, I feel like there's so many things on this show, especially with, like, really strict parents, whether it be religious strict parents or, like, Casey's mom type of strict. Like, and I'm always so, like, I think on the
Kimberly's
fence.
Mom.
Yes. I honestly... With a lot of the people on this show, they're not awful. But I think I mean in, like, pop culture in general, like, you're so used to, like, the negative reaction. Even when her mom came to the comedy show, I was like, that's so nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, her just, like, gently taking her hand, too, and supporting her in that moment was so sweet.
That reaction, it was so small, but so, like, the faces.
Yeah. And I feel like for Bella, it didn't need to be, like, with Leighton when she had to, like, talk to her parents or her dad about that. Like, that was different. And I feel like for Bella, she just needed, like, that moment.
Leighton through so much.
And I wish I was there for that.
Kimberly and Leighton's scene is, like, one of my favorite things
It
ever.
is.
But it's just, like, so funny that Bella's like, what the hell?
She's like, we cried for a whole day. Leighton went through so much.
But, yeah. And then... But Taylor being like to Bella, like, your mom, like, you seem to have a mom who loves you. Because Taylor doesn't have a good relationship with her mom.
When Ash was like, I have several questions I'm going to ask later.
I'm going to ask later. But no one being at her comedy, the other girl.
That was weird.
That was a little weird.
Like, I guess it was...
I'll give it. But like, I was like, come on, there's an opportunity to put them all in the room.
No, seriously. Like, if they're all contracted to be on the show, they can be in that scene.
In the room,
Crazy. And I guess it was just, like, to show, like, she wasn't going to say anything regardless. Yeah. But, like...
I was like, damn.
If you're all our best friends, I get why all of them weren't at Casey's, like, because Whitney had her soccer game, it looked like, and Kimberly was in jail, but she still made it there. But she couldn't come to Bella's open mic or whatever. No. God, this show. Mindy Kaling, when I catch you, I love you, but God, girl, you test me sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me is Mindy can do, like, a fully formed show in a short amount of time. We watched Never Have I Ever, and that was a solid show.
I love that show.
And that, like, the comedy on that's Mindy Kaling.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, girl, if you just could get yourself 10 more episodes a season.
Yeah. Damn.
But yeah, that was beautiful.
Never enough.
Yeah, let's talk about Casey.
Never
I adopted her so fast. I was, like, prepared to be like...
This is my meow.
I was like, oh, I love her. Because she's just so sad and insecure. And I said, me too.
She's so funny.
And she's very funny. Like, even when she's being, like, very self-centered or very, like, just, like, in her own world, she also just has, like, really good delivery of the lines and stuff where it doesn't feel, to me, annoying. Like, it's funny.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be a lot more annoying.
Me too.
And I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her fuck Calvin.
Yeah.
I really like this. Like, that was one of the moments where she could have been, like, very annoying when she confronted him, but that was a really good scene because they stood by her in that moment. They got her out of there, and she stood on her business. Fuck Calvin.
Fuck Calvin. Fuck C's place.
Yeah.
No. C's place.
The other C. Why were they both have C names?
I don't know. That's what I just realized.
Big C. The other Big C enters the villa. Okay.
Yeah.
This is where I get frustrated because I was pre-attached to this man.
Oh, yeah.
He was my paralegal at one point in time. If you guys watch Partner Track, which I know 2 people did, including me, so one other people did. Someone had to have watched Partner Track starring Miss Arden Cho back in the day, which was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago. And I thought the show was good. I would have watched more of it. But like what really locked me in was my man, Robbie Attal. And the other girl that played Rachel. He had like a smaller role in the show, but he was a love interest of one of the other main characters. Yeah. And I was locked in. I stand. Yeah. And then he was in Haunting of Bly Manor. Yeah. And if you know, you know. He went through something.
That's where I got him.
And I was like, that's my paralegal. He was a paralegal at a law firm in Partner Track. And he was so cute. And then
paralegal representation. And when your lawyer wants to be a playwright.
He said, don't be a lawyer anymore. You should pursue your dream as a playwright. Guys, watch Partner Track. Let's bring it back. That's so funny. But also, I want him to be on this still. So he shows up, and I'm like, oh, he's so cute. And he's going to be in the theater program because Casey was like, I've decided I'm going to be the lead in the school play.
I've decided.
I love her. And he also, like, I don't remember the order of these events, but, like, her mom, like, her relationship, which Missy Pyle. We fucking love her.
Such the perfect mom to the perfect person to be the mom.
And then you learn, like, why she is the way that she is because of her family or upbringing, her, like, parents and all that stuff. But, like, her mom has already shown a little bit of growth in, like, her moments and stuff, which I like. But she's still like, you'll find a perfect man. It's like, okay, she doesn't need one though.
Need one, but you'll find a perfect man.
But you will.
Catching up.
But my man Cooper is so sweet, and I will say he, I think, committed the least amount of crimes.
Yeah, I will say I only saw the only thing I knew about him is the light turning off. So I was like, oh, well,
so.
What did he do? I didn't know what he did.
So when I saw the scene, I didn't process him because I was like, this woman's singing Never Enough. No. Bella's in the audience.
Wait, Bella's bisexual.
So Bella's bisexual. So I didn't even clock I didn't know he was in this until he showed up as we were watching it naturally. Yeah. So then I went, fuck. And I remembered the scene. So I did some Googling and I was like, what does my man Cooper do? So
I was like, what does this guy do?
I looked it up and it played out differently than what Reddit told me. But like, they made it seem really intense and it just felt so casual in a way that I honestly think was poorly written. And I do, again, acknowledge this is college. This is a boy, a sophomore boy, a 19-year-old boy, probably.
This is a paralegal who is now
a college student.
So watch out.
Everyone lock in. And I think he was completely valid to freak out that, A, she was canceling his plans for him, inviting him to meet her mom when they've been together for a couple minutes, and then inviting him on a family cruise for New Year's.
That's a lot.
That is a lot, especially when he's so young. They're all so stupid. So
they're all just dumb as fuck.
They're messy as fuck. So she messed up. But was it right for him to immediately go, and I think we should break up?
Yeah.
Right after they, like, spent, I mean, the way he said, the way he said that was your fault was, like, kind of crazy. But also, like, she did make that decision herself. I think this is one of those where it was equally, they were both.
It was like,
being messy.
Yeah.
But my thing is, because this is a show it's on, I don't think we'll see him again, which is a bummer.
I don't think we'll, especially with how they showed the girls with her, I don't think they'll bring him back.
Yeah, which is like a bummer for me because I like him. I'm like, please put him in something else that I'm watching because he's so cute. What a waste.
Bring back his twin.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the way they made it so final of like, that guy's the scum of the earth. And I'm like, every other guy.
Gotta be there for you.
Yeah, which is so fair. Yeah. Like, I'm not discrediting that, but I'm like, it's frustrating. This is where I get frustrated with the writing. And again, I'm biased because I like this guy. But, he was so, and every other turn, and she was crazy a lot of the time.
He was going to be, like, a lot worse. It had me thinking he was going to be, like...
I thought he'd be worse. But also, like, I think they just, again, people can switch up, and the situation he was put in probably did make him very uncomfortable in a realistic way. But, like, when she freaked out about the list... And he was like, I'm going to get you on the list, even though he disagreed with the whole ideology. And she freaked out about him inviting her back to his house. Like, he was with her at every crazy... When she decorated her whole room, was playing Disney music.
That was crazy.
He was like, it's fine.
I would have...
But then... exactly. Crazy. At any moment, he could have left.
That is crazy.
But then, at this moment where they could have talked it out the way they talked out every other thing, and they're just like... And I get that they had to further her storyline and give her that big moment at the end.
Never enough!
But, like, that's where I get frustrated. I'm like, they could have had, like, for once. And again, I only care so much about him because I like the actor. But it was so, like, I think we should just break up. And it's like, after all they had been through, he's like, this is it.
This is it.
After every other crazy fucking thing she did. And that was even crazier about, like, you're going to cruise with my family next month.
Exactly.
But, like... It's like, that just sucks when you're like, we had one solid man.
We had one man.
And they still fucked him up. In a pretty, like, lazy way. Like, in a way where it doesn't make him irredeemable, but because it's this show, I don't think we'll see him again.
Not, yeah.
Which is sad. And I like him.
Yeah.
So, Robbie, if you're free on Thursday.
That's the perfect way.
If Casey won't end up with him, I will.
I will. He's a paralegal and a college student.
Who's doing it like and a ghost?
And a ghost. And a ghost.
Anyway, her solo slayed. And fuck that theater teacher that's like, you gotta go through something first. That's fucking Artie Abrams.
That's so funny. She was giving Artie.
She was. Let's think about it. West Side Story. You guys need to have sex.
You guys have to have sex or we're not doing this.
And that's basically in her head what she did. Like, she made some mistakes on her own. And yeah, he didn't react the right way.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of mess going on.
Yeah.
But they were so cute in their prime. They were like my favorite couple when they were good, I think, this season.
They were cute.
What was I going to say? I forgot to say this during Bella's. Oh, no, it stopped recording. Should we just keep going?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, no video during this.
Sorry,
We don't have time for this today. Yeah. So, I was gonna say, I wish we got more of the girl Bella's with right now for her to like realize that she's bisexual when we got like 2 scenes.
Yeah.
And like hold her hand. Like, she was very sweet. Like, I have nothing against her.
We just like barely got any.
Yeah. Like, I wish we saw her maybe earlier.
She had one Rizzler moment. She said, "This is your second."
That was pretty good.
That was really good.
But that's my only thing.
Who are you?
It does seem a little realistic that Bella would just kind of like happen upon this, but it would have been cool if like they brought in that character early, even when she was maybe with Arvind, and then had it like slowly build.
I know, she should have been around, like, cause she came in on the second to last episode.
Yeah, and then they kissed, and I was like,
said, wait, who are you?
Yeah,
like,
I think
she was just around.
I think they could have made that.
They could have had to build up better.
A little bit more burn,
but
or a little bit more tension.
It's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
They don't do build up on this.
No, that's why. Like, guys, that's why I get frustrated because I thought Cooper and her were so cute.
Rest in peace, Cooper.
And he stood up for her and got her the lead. Like, they were so sweet.
And now he got hit by a car.
Now he's got hit by a car and he's a paralegal. I think that's the like that's the canon. Is he went to college here?
Yes.
He became a paralegal, and then he got hit by a car.
That's so funny. That's my favorite.
Oh, I love him. Can we put him in something? Put him in a rom-com. Make him an Emily Henry boy.
Yeah, he could be an Emily Henry boy.
I would pass away, let me tell you. That would be a huge win for me. Oh my God.
I'd do that for him.
Which one would he be?
I think he could be a good Charlie. I think I see that. Mm-hmm. Charlie or Gus.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I don't think he could be Miles. He needs to be more scruffy. He needs to be more Miles. Like, he couldn't be Miles.
He needs to be Miles Monsignor.
Yeah. And then like Wynn needs to be a little more like rugged. Be like a country man. He needs to be able to build something.
He has to be able to build something with his hands.
Do we think they're gonna put Casey with the lighting guy?
Maybe.
What was his name? Lars?
He turned it off.
He turned the light off.
That was pretty good.
On my man.
I said yes. On my man.
I said I respect you, but
I said yeah.
Cast a less known actor. No one knows him but me, but
yeah, no one
I feel personally victimized. Anyway.
They had to turn his spotlight off. They said that's enough of that.
They said we're turning his spotlight off and not renewing his contract. Exactly. And you will not see him back here. There, he won't be on campus.
No.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think for all of them, if this show goes through the end of the college experience, I think any of these people, except for like a Brian or a Calvin that's just completely shitty, anyone's fair game.
Yeah.
Like Whitney, I don't know how long she'll be with Kanan, but I could see her senior year. Kanan could come back. Yeah, Eric could come back for Bella.
Enough time that could pass.
Maybe Nico will show up. I don't know.
You can grow a lot in college.
Yeah. I think if this show's gonna do a good ending, you're gonna want someone to come back or like have a longer form thing. If anyone's gonna end up with anyone, it needs to be someone that the audience cared about.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm still holding out hope for Eric and Bella. Bella can date a million other people.
Good luck.
But as long as she has someone solid.
He's a famous doctor.
Yeah. And he went to jury duty. Yeah.
That's so funny.
All right, speed round of highs and lows. Favorite character?
I said my favorite character this season was Bella.
Yeah. Bella's always mine, I think.
Mine was Leighton, then Bella.
Yeah, mine was Bella,
But
then
now
Leighton.
it's actually Leighton wins this season.
For her 2 episodes.
She really slayed it.
And then honorable mention to Leela. She continues to be the
Leela,
funniest.
Yeah.
I need to go through my list of quotes.
And then new character that I just liked that didn't have any screen time, Ash.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I just loved Ash.
Lise, Brian. Yeah, amen.
Mm-hmm.
Or the fucking soccer coach.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
And the whole committee.
Yeah,
and
fuck
the one
him.
guy's shaking his head by the woman.
Yeah. And favorite moments, I really liked the whole test episode. That was a good one. I'm looking through. If you think about the hottest character from Aladdin, who is it? The answer is Jafar. It's crazy.
Jesus.
Heck, I've met men on Google Sheets. Leela.
The Google Sheets.
Whitney's dad being Shy Baldwin from
That's
Marvelous
crazy.
Mrs. Maisel.
Everyone's
Also,
on the show.
Joan Calamezzo. Like, they had so many
Yeah.
people show up this season. That was probably one of my least favorite moments, is when she swiped right on her dad. Or whatever the right one is. That was crazy. Oh, I like the clickers were funny.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The clickers was so funny. And them clicking at her dad.
Is it
so funny?
Is it because Dick Cheney's my godfather? Who's Dick Cheney? Taylor said that. That was in the Parents episode.
Like, that was crazy lore.
Whitney career-ending injury. I was like, she's gonna challengers.
Like
Kanan and Isaiah.
Challengers.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, I really liked the partner episode.
Yes.
Oh, we were laughing at when the Arvin getting mad at her body count, and he was like, tell me again, and I'll react. And it was 20. Ah, Mamma Mia T.
Mamma Mia.
So funny. Brian's roommate in the kinetic sand. Oh no.
Oh no, that was sad.
That was sad. And Bella running out. Those are all the funny things I have written.
Yes.
Oh wait, I go to the clinic so much they invite me to their staff party for Bella being clean.
Yes, Bella.
No, now my face and boobs are practically on Getty Images. It was
That's
really
crazy.
funny. So funny. Wait, Whitney getting a call from the mental health center and her going, it's Ace Hardware.
Out of all the places.
So funny.
Ace Hardware.
I think that's all I got.
Yes.
Yeah, least fucking Brian being a freak.
Leighton leaving.
I
Oh,
was sobbing.
Kimberly bringing a dildo to the bye guy.
Yeah, and when she made Steve cry, or was like lying, and she's like, lying's joke. All jokes are lies if you think about it.
Yeah.
Kimberly was stressing me out.
Stressing me out a little.
Yeah.
But icon.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
No, 100%. Wait, send in Whitney's wet hot roommate or Whitney's wet
that
hot
was
friend.
so funny.
See, Cooper was the best. And then they were like, we should break up. So she could sing Never Enough, which I guess was it worth it? He actually sacrificed himself.
For Never
You know what? I
Enough.
think he broke up with her so that she would have the conviction to sing and give the performance of a lifetime. I think
yeah.
he did that for her.
Interesting take.
And that to me, endgame material. Put them back in the ball pit. She was like fully
Put them
emerged.
back in the ball pit.
They're so happy in
The
the ball
ball pit
pit.
was crazy. I want to have a ball pit, but also I would not want to do that because of the germs.
Yeah.
But
Amen.
it looked cool.
Yeah.
But it looked cool.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most unseriesous.
It said 8.5, but I don't.
I'd align with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty light.
Yeah. They talk about
Silly,
mental health and
goofy.
stuff and
Talk about mental
and
health.
standing up for social justice.
Sometimes your butt's too.
Sometimes you hold your
And you
girlfriend's
hold
hand
your-
in front of your mom and
Yeah.
you all cry and it's during Never Enough.
Yeah,
From
and then
Greatest
Never
Showman.
Enough, and then you turn out the light on the paralegal looking ass. Glasses.
I love him. I was just gonna say we used to
Victoria
sing.
Pedretti.
We used to scream Never Enough.
I know that's
in
another
college.
thing that made it less like serious for me is because Never Enough is just such like a funny thing to me.
Hey, I just noticed that dog.
Oh, that scared me.
There's a random stuffed dog. We can't show you because we're not filming anymore. But
That's so funny. Where did that come from?
I don't know. And then, would you recommend it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
It has its flaws, but it's funny.
Yeah,
We
Like-
were talking about the audio. Like, I agree with the...
that one episode was weird.
Yeah, and, like, I feel like the music, too, was, like, weird sometimes, but you know what?
It's
fine.
like they
like it was too loud.
Yeah, or like
what's going on?
Or like they decided to change the line afterwards.
Yeah, and they put it in.
And like you see the other character that's not speaking for way longer, and it's like those are choices.
Choices were made.
And it took them 2 years to make this. So
and I'm like, okay, could we not brush it up a little more? I'm so sorry.
I would recommend this like 89%.
Yeah.
There's just like if it was longer, I think it would solve a lot of the issues I have with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Slay.
All right, we're gonna play some quick rounds of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
So true.
We have a couple categories. Which one should we do first, Bree?
Messy bitch.
Sorry. Game time with Megan and Bree. We're gonna play Fuck, Marry, Kill. First category: messy bitches. This is all Sex Lives of College Girls related. If you can't tell,
messy.
Everyone on the show is a messy bitch.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I can go.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, I wonder if you have anyone I do, but I don't think so.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Uh-huh.
Kendall Roy from Succession.
That's a good one.
Rory from Gilmore Girls.
Yes!
Or Lucas Scott.
Yes! Bree, those are really good. Those are really good. They're 3 completely different ones than I have. So Lucas, Rory, and Kendall. Ooh.
So good.
Ooh. I think this is going to be maybe controversial, but I would marry Kendall.
Okay.
I could fix him.
Yeah.
I think that's the wrong choice. I think Kendall should be the one that you kill. Because Rory and Lucas have a little bit more redeeming qualities. They aren't as messy as Kendall. Not that Kendall doesn't have redeeming qualities, but I just love Kendall.
You know what? Go with your heart.
I might marry Kendall. I might fuck Lucas and kill Rory.
Damn. T.
I might kill Rory and go for Dean. Sorry, not Dean! Ah!
Hold on.
Whoa!
4K.
Whoa! Thank God it's not recording. I could pretend I was framed. I would go for Jess, obviously.
It's like an AI voice.
Dean. I would go for Jess.
You would kill Rory and go for Jess. Yeah. God bless.
I can't think about it any longer. We'll be here forever.
Yeah. You just gotta go with your heart.
I'm going with my heart and soul. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? What would you do?
Oh, for that?
Yeah.
I would probably. Oh my God, I would kill Lucas.
That's our father. Wait, did I fuck our father?
Yeah.
We're moving on.
That's really awkward. Again, I would kill my father. I would marry Rory. Fuck Kendall.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, mine are Aria Montgomery, Meredith Grey, and Helena Egan.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is tea.
Yeah.
Because especially after the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Oh my God, tea.
Tea, man.
Okay, wait.
Aria, Meredith Grey, or Helena?
Oh no, this is complicated. Because what if I killed Helena?
You'd also be killing Helly.
Yeah, and that won't do.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have to marry Helena.
For the off chance that maybe she'll be Helly.
Yeah, maybe she'll just be Helly.
Messy bitch.
One Helly, please.
You know what? She's messy when she's 2 people.
Yeah, so I'll take that. I'm going to kill Meredith Grey.
100%.
And I'm going to
fuck Aria.
Fuck Aria, sure.
I think I'd marry Aria. Get her away from Ezra.
Okay. Yeah, take her.
Fuck Helena. And I too would kill Meredith Grey because it's about damn time.
She just needs to be killed.
Get that,
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Make it final.
Right.
Yeah. That's tragic. Okay.
Yeah.
These are good.
Okay, cool. Which one do you want to do next? I'll start. But which one?
Theater.
Oh, okay. Oh, that means I have to commit.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll start.
Okay.
I'm doing what I just said yesterday. Joey Tribbiani.
Yes.
Sally Reed from Barry.
Yes.
And who do I want to make my last one? Joey, Sally. Who should we do from High School Musical?
I don't know.
I'm thinking Sharpay, Ryan, or Troy.
Sharpay.
Okay, so Sharpay, Sally, or Joey Tribbiani.
That's kind of a crazy lineup.
I had an epiphany when I thought of Sally last night.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Wait, this is kind of hard. Because I like all of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Last one was kind of easy because I kind of didn't like everybody.
Right. Yeah. Messy bitches,
Messy
man.
bitches.
But theater kids?
But theater kids, I would. I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna kill. Oh my god.
Yeah.
No. I think I'm gonna kill Sally.
Oh, fuck.
That's crazy.
I think I just have to like.
Okay.
So you're killing Sally.
Yeah. I'm marrying Sharpay.
Okay. Fucking Joey.
Joey.
Who wouldn't?
Let's go, Joey. I don't know. I felt like I was like at first I'm like I'm gonna kill Joey, but I don't know. I feel like I can't kill Joey.
No, he's too nice.
He's like so sweet.
Yeah. Which is why I'm kind of leaning toward marrying Joey. Because
Okay.
I don't think I can marry Sharpay or Sally.
Sally's good.
But which blondie do I kill? Those are my girls.
Those are my girls.
Okay, you killed Sally, so I'll kill Sharpay.
Okay.
And I'll fuck Sally, I guess. That crazy bitch.
That crazy bitch.
Yeah. Locking in. I love Joey. He's a sweetie.
Okay, ready for mine?
Yeah.
Barry. Barry.
So I thought of him first and I went, oh, Sally.
Sally, yes.
Or I could have done Henry Winkler, but I locked him up, Sally.
Sam Evans from Glee.
Mm-hmm.
Or Oliver from Only Murders.
I had him on my list too. I basically thought of all these people too.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, oh God. Wait. I think I'd probably kill Barry because
He's crazy.
he's a crazy bitch.
He's kind of crazy.
I want to marry Sam, but I don't. I feel like I'd have just a lovely life with Oliver.
Yeah, a lovely little life.
And marry Oliver. That's like my father.
Yeah. You're marrying your father again.
So I guess I'll fuck Sam, but I'd probably just keep him on the side. Sam's the love of my life.
Work.
I think.
Oh.
But I can't just fuck Oliver.
Fuck Oliver and leave him.
Right in front of Meryl.
Yeah, that's awkward.
So I'm gonna marry him.
I would kill Barry,
Uh-huh.
and then I would do the opposite. I would fuck
Yeah.
Oliver,
This game's crazy.
and I'd marry Sam.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah. Oh, I love Sam Evans.
That's so funny.
Oh,
game is crazy.
It is crazy. Okay, last category, bisexuals.
Bisexual for Bella.
For Bella. Where the hell you been, Loca? All right, you go first. I have 17 on my list, so
Okay.
I'm sure you're going to knock out a few.
Yeah. Okay, Bucky from 911.
Yeah. Buck.
Ava from Hacks.
Okay.
Magnus Babe.
I had him like this! That's what I'm saying. I almost said Harry Shum Jr. multiple times.
Yeah, I almost
Because I had
him
Mike
on the
Chang as my theater kid.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Magnus, Buck. I didn't have Ava, which is stupid. I should have. She's almost one of the most prominent on TV right now. Ava, Buck, or Magnus.
Buck.
Oh no. I don't want to kill any of them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So I'll ignore one of them. So here's the thing. Magnus lives forever.
Okay, hold
So-
on. There's no loophole.
So I'm gonna I'll think I'll kill him, but he's not really dead.
That's
And I'll let him go have Alec.
Oh, okay.
And I will
true.
marry Buck.
Oh, but he's not really dead.
And I'll fuck Ava.
Exactly.
And that's where I'm sitting with that one. Sorry, Magnus. If it was Mike Chang, I'd marry him.
If it was Mike Chang.
No, I love Magnus.
I'd run away with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a warlock.
You just did a whole ass loophole.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with that too. I'm just. But I think I would marry Ava.
Yeah.
Even though I thought Ava could go under messy bitches too.
A lot of these can overlap
That's
for
what
sure.
I thought first.
Messy bitches, theater
But then
kids,
I
and
moved her
bisexuals
down
are
to
pretty similar.
bisexuals. I'm gonna marry and I'm gonna fuck Buck.
Fuck
Go
Buck.
back to gay firefighter number 2.
Amen. Okay, who do I want to do? So you knocked out a few of them for me. All right. Crazy you didn't have one of them, so I'm going to have to do it.
Crazy.
We can also play a
There
third
are so
round
many.
with the amount I have. Yeah. Okay, so I'll start out with there's so much I could do here. It's crazy. We might have to go again.
Okay.
Okay. Cat from the bold type.
Okay, yes.
I
Wait, I forgot about Kat.
wanted a deep cut. Benedict Bridgerton
So,
and Loki.
I know. Oh, she probably has my man Loki on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait, this is cheesy.
Mm-hmm. Benedict, Loki, and Kat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I wish you were still filming. You're thinking really deeply.
I know. Okay. I got it.
Lock in.
I'm like, do I want to fuck or marry Loki?
Think deep. It's important. All this is going to come true.
I think I'm going to marry Loki.
Okay. As you should. I think that's natural. If you're going to marry a man, it's going to be him.
It's going to have to be Loki.
It's like the article. It's like, me a lesbian, him a gay man. And there's our secret to a happy 34-year marriage.
That's me and Loki, to be honest.
That's so funny.
Kat, I'm going to fuck.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to kill Benedict. Even though I like Benedict.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I'm going to marry Benedict Bridgerton.
Yeah, that's fair.
Get that Bridgerton money.
What the hell?
And I think I'll fuck Kat and kill Loki. But
okay, good. I respect you for not going for my man.
Yeah, that was true. That was why.
My man.
I don't want to step on your territory. Okay, wait. Should I throw out a couple more really quick that I think are funny?
Yeah.
Aki from Gossip Girl.
Aki. That's good.
Crazy. Petra from Jane the Virgin.
True.
And David Rose.
Oh.
Yeah, he likes the wine, not the label, baby.
That's so funny.
So maybe that's more pansexual, but you know.
But you know what? It works.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Also, honorable mentions: Alison De Laurentiis and Eleanor Shellstrop from The Good Place. So that was the rest of my list.
Yeah.
But Petra, David, and Aki.
These are some deep cuts.
I think I'd kill Aki.
I would literally just kill Aki.
Kill that whole show.
I'd kill everyone from that show, to be honest.
And
I would
I'd maybe marry David because I just think we'd have he would have his life and I'd have mine.
I'd marry David
and fuck Petra.
It would be like Yeah, no, definitely.
So I respect him and Patrick too much.
Petra, and then definitely we'd have the cutest home, me and David.
Yeah, and the house that he thinks looks like Iris's from The Holiday.
Yes.
We gotta rewatch Schitt's Creek.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in so long.
Me too. I just watched episodes. Sorry, I clapped a lot on this podcast, so I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just gonna cut everything.
Yeah. All right, sorry we lost video and had a couple technical difficulties, but that's messy sex lives of college girls, baby. Can't predict anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love this show. If it was longer, we'd have no notes, I don't think.
No, literally.
Because I think it would have enough time to flesh out even the things when the things go wrong, it would feel, I think, better when they take their time. Because, the space between... I'm going to keep talking about Cooper. Let's just use an example.
Why are you going back to Cooper? I'm going to bleep
if there were 22 episodes, I doubt Cooper and Casey would have slept together and then broken up in the next episode.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like even if there was, all the little relationships would be, a little...
Yeah. They would still be short-lived, but they would make more sense.
They time jump so much.
Yeah.
Different parties and shit.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I just had to stand up for my man Cooper one last time.
There's so many characters that, it does, you don't get enough of everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they had longer, you would. Because, you can't have everyone be at the center of every episode, but if you had 22 episodes, then, different characters get to play background to others, and they take turns, and it feels, by the time it's equal. Watching Abbott, they have 7 or 8 main characters, right?
Yeah.
And they all get their time to shine, and they all get time to, interact with each other. Truly, 22-episode comedies are a lost form, or 22-episode dramas, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lost form.
Dramas is crazy.
No, One Tree Hill stands the test of time because it has those episodes that you're oh, I just love going back to this one because it's fun. The cabin episode, or the trip to Honeygrove episode, or the boy toy auction. They do funny shit. And the boy toy auction is really fun because then they pair them all up.
Yeah, you get to do different dynamics.
Exactly. It's a college. They have the opportunity to do shit like that. And it would be so fun to watch Bella and Kanan for an episode.
Bella and Kanan, yes.
That would be insane, and I'd be there for it. I don't think they can solve that problem, though, because they're already 3 seasons deep.
I think the next season's going to come out in 5 years.
Yeah, we're going to have to make peace with that. But who knows? I still think there's room for surprises. Mindy Kaling clearly has everyone's number in her phone book. Everyone's on the show. That I wouldn't be surprised if you saw Eric come back, or Bella and Leighton and Alicia come back, maybe. Like, I think there's room to correct some of the stuff, but we'll see.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll see if it isn't renewed yet, right? Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, well, let's pray. And pray for the
Let's
Eagles
pray for the
retroactively.
Eagles.
Everyone watching this is like, they lost.
They literally lost.
No! And next week, I think we're going to talk about apple cider vinegar.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
Watch that.
Yeah. There's only 6 episodes. We got this.
We got this.
All right. Well, thanks for watching and listening. And we'll see you next week. Until then, never enough! Never! How'd you make me hate Boston? Thank you.